Do you often lose your motivation in daily life? Maybe at work, at college, or in a new initiative you undertook. Do you know the habits that are ruining your motivation? It's easy to feel unmotivated, especially when we have a lot on our plate. But there are some habits that will destroy your motivation, and it's important to be aware of them. That way you can avoid them and get back on track. For psyche's sake, presence. 10 habits that destroy your motivation, and how to avoid them. 1. Viewing the process as results-oriented and not enjoying the journey. The more we enjoy the process, the more motivated we are. But when you focus on the result, it's easy to lose sight of what you have to do in order to achieve it. When our goal is to reach a certain level of success, we often forget that it's not just about achieving that goal but also about enjoying the journey. Focus on the now and enjoy the process. 2. Focusing on what's not working and ignoring what's working. This may sound counterintuitive, but sometimes it's best to take a step back and look at the big picture. Focus on what you're doing right instead of what you're doing wrong. Think about the things that are going well and how you could improve them rather than dwelling on the things that aren't going well or haven't gone well in the past. 3. Being proud of doing something you don't want to do. We are often told to do what we love, but in reality, most of us have to do things we don't want to do. You can try to make a living by doing what you love. That would be amazing. But in real life that is not always a possibility for a number of genuine reasons. A common motivation destroyer is lying to yourself that it is okay. You might think that it's not a big deal, but if you're not honest with yourself about what you are doing, then it will eventually get worse. The question is how to find the motivation and get rid of all the negative emotions associated with them. One of the most efficient ways to do this is to break down each task into smaller parts. For example, if you have to research a topic, break it down into smaller tasks. Breaking down the task can make it seem like less of a daunting one, and as you go through each step, your motivation will grow. 4. Feeling guilty for taking breaks to prevent burnout and self-sabotage. It is important to take breaks so that we can stay motivated and productive. However, many people feel guilty for taking a break. They feel like they are breaking their workflow and not getting anything done. In reality, breaks are good for us. They help us stay more focused when we come back to our work. They also prevent burnout and self-sabotage from happening, which is the worst thing that could happen to someone who wants to be productive at work. 5. Trying to keep up with the Jones when it comes to work. The idea of keeping up with the Jones is one that has been around for centuries. It's the idea that people will compare themselves to others in an attempt to make themselves appear better than our neighbor. In the workplace, it is easy to feel like you are being left behind. There will always be someone who is more skilled, more experienced, and more successful than you. That can make you feel like your efforts are never enough. It's important not to let other people's success get in the way of your own. You should always remember that everyone has their own challenges and struggles at work. You may be doing better than someone else in some areas but worse in others. When we compare ourselves with others, we're only seeing one side of the story. 6. Not willing to make a change. The fear of change is a big motivation destroyer. It is one of the most common reasons why people fail to move forward in life. It is a fear that holds people back from achieving their goals and living the life they want to lead. This fear is mostly due to the fact that change is often hard, uncomfortable, and can be scary. People are afraid of what will happen if they do change and it doesn't work out. One way to overcome it is by taking small, manageable steps towards the change. It might be easier to start with something small like doing one thing different at a time. By doing this, you are slowly overcoming your fear of change and becoming more comfortable with it. 7. Dwelling on the past. It is natural to think about the past, but it's important not to dwell on it. Dwelling on the past can demotivate you to move forward. It can stop you from enjoying life. For example, someone might think, if only I had tried harder when I was younger, I would be successful now. You need to find ways to help yourself move on and focus on what you want for your future instead of what has happened in the past. 8. Denying your own feelings. Denying your own feelings can be a motivation destroyer. The more you deny yourself, the less likely you are to move forward. If you're not feeling motivated enough to do what you need to do to make a change, try to focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. For example, if your goal is to lose weight, Focus on all the good things that might happen when you reach your goal weight. Think about how good it will feel to be healthy. Take small steps toward your goal. 9. Feeling desperate for approval from others. If you feel like your motivation is being destroyed by the constant need for approval from others, then it's time to take a step back and evaluate what is going on. The need for approval is the need to feel accepted, appreciated, and loved by others. And when we don't get approval from them, our self-esteem goes down significantly. The best thing you can do is not seek anyone's approval and instead focus on being your own person and being happy with who you are. 10. Choosing negative people, places and things. It's easy to find people who are negative. The trick is to avoid them. It can be a colleague, a friend, or even an acquaintance. These people are not necessarily those who are constantly negative and pessimistic, they might just be honest about their feelings. It can be helpful to approach them with kindness. You might want to show them how they are coming across and how they might feel if their negativity was turned around on themselves. But, if you find no hope, it might be time to say goodbye. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button and share with friends. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the bell icon so we can notify you when a new video comes up. And as always, thanks for watching.